Hello everyone, welcome once again to my YouTube channel. So this is the last part of the series on machine learning model deployment. In the previous video, we saw how to deploy your machine learning model using Linux environment, to deploy your machine learning model using core, that CUR, as to give instruction. You understand, to make it easy for you to deploy. So that is one of the easiest ways to deploy your machine learning model. You can do that on your Windows operating system. You can do that on your Android phone. Well, we did that on our Android phone. And also we deployed it on using our database. That is, our predictions were also saved in our database. So in this final process, we are deploying the machine learning model in such a way that you can make it more beautiful, more user-friendly, more interactive. How do I mean? You can create a simple HTML code. If you already know how to create HTML code, fine. But if you don't know, you can tell somebody to do it for you. Or you can make requests and I can send the one I was able to do. So you can create a simple HTML code to just have a simple web page whereby users can input their features, the necessary feature, the weather condition and so on, input your features and see your prediction, your predicted results instantly in a more beautiful way. So sit back, relax and enjoy. Thank you. So today we'll be looking at how we can make predictions using a web browser with HTML. You can see enter features. You can see where you put your values and you see the buttons for predict. And these are past predictions already. So this is what we'll be explaining today. So as we know, I already have 2 previous videos which have already been uploaded. And we already know this is the code we use. That is, this is the model we use, random forest model, which I've already explained earlier on. It's still the same model. And this is our Flask API. Our Flask API, which is the connection between our front end and our back end. This is the connection between our database and our web browser. So it's almost the same, but with slight differences. I've explained all this before. So the slight difference is here. Here, it's connecting to the HTML page, which is called index.html. You can see it up here, index.html. If you need the index.html full code, you can request on the comment section. So it connects to this HTML page, receives the features that you put into the box provided, then it saves it in the database and also makes prediction. So that is what happens here. So this is just the little difference in the Flask code. Now, before we proceed, make sure the index.html is saved in a folder called templates. Look at this folder here, templates. You can see the index.html. Now, with the way the code is written, you have to save it that way. And that folder called templates has to be in the same folder with your other codes. That you can see the flags.db is here. Then we have the rf here. You can see it here. So make sure all your codes are all saved in the same folder. So as usual, like the way we did the previous one, so we run our Flask API. So it's running. Let's wait for it to come up. My default browser is Chrome browser, so it's going to pop up once I click on the HTTP number. Okay, we are there. So I click on the HTTP and here we are. This is our web page. Now with our index.html code, which you don't need to bug yourself about, you can, if you don't know how to write HTML code, you can get someone to help you with it. You understand? Or you can request for the one I have. You can use it for testing. So this is it here. So you can zoom in. So these are previous predictions I've done before. So let's try another prediction. So in my clipboard, I already have features already. So let me just edit one of the features here and see what it will give me. Let me make this 1 and let's predict and see what we have. So okay, so prediction has been done. So we'll try and refresh the page. Okay, if you experience something like this, then you have to go back to your Flask API to make sure it's running. So you can see it's no more running. So let's rerun it. By the time we rerun it, our database would have been updated already with the current results that we need. Then we'll be able to see it on the web browser. Okay, so let's see the results we have. Okay, so here we are. This is it here. You can see I changed this to 1 here. You can see the difference between this and this. This is 0 and 0, while this is 0, 1. And it gave us the same results. So you can have different values for your features. Let's try another one. Let me make the first one 1. And let's see the result it will give us. You can see the result it gave us is 139. 1379. That's the result we are having. So the result of our prediction is 1379. 1379. So it's trying to tell us that the number of visitors you expect with all the things being equal, that is having these features, that is, oh, there's a weekend, oh, there is no holiday, there's an advertisement, this is the weather condition, then you should expect about 1379 visitors in your pack. So if we go to our SQLite database, the database will also see all these displayed there. So here we are. So this is the last one we just did. You can see it. 1379. Now look at the previous ones we've done. They are all displayed there. So from the way I wrote the code, I specified that it should be only the last 5 values, that is the last 5 information, should be displayed from the database. You can decide how many you want to be displayed. So that is the way it is. So let's go back to the code. You can see, so here I said limit 5. So you should know your SQLite commands and you should be able to put the necessary command that will give you the results you want. So we can see how well we can deploy our machine learning model in a more interactive way. So feel free to request in the comment section for the Flask API code and for the HTML code so that you can use to test your own personally. And follow me as in subsequent video, we'll be looking at deep learning. Thank you.